All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. The music industry's war on Elvis Costello. What the heck happened to those Elvis Costello songs? They're gone. They're nowhere to be found. I don't hear them on 80s stations. I don't hear Elvis Costello on 70s music stations. I don't hear him anywhere. He's kind of hard to pigeonhole. I get it. And he's not everybody's cup of tea. But what an amazing artist, right? And he's just like gone. I mean, check out some of these songs that used to get played on the radio here. Allison being number one, really, from the late 70s, 1977. That thing was everywhere. I think Linda Ronstadt redid it, and Elvis wasn't too happy about that. But quite honestly, his version is better than hers. Angels Want to Wear My Red Shoes. Where did that go? Watching the Detectives. I mean, these were all heavily played songs. And then later on, Radio, Pump It Up, Oliver's Army, Accidents Will Happen. Remember Accidents Will Happen? I mean, that's just, and then the gem of gems for Elvis fans, or at least for my perspective, is in 1983. Every Day I Write the Book. Just a brilliant song, brilliant lyrics, and definitely a top 40 song, although didn't go too far on top 40. It should have gone a lot higher on the charts. But I don't know. It would sound great on the radio today. Big video on MTV to accompany the song. Elvis was kind of leaning more like soul and R&B. He would reinvent himself on every album. And yeah, I get it. He doesn't look like a rock star, right? He's kind of like the anti-rock star. He was a great rock star for nerds, you know, and for guys who could write really good songs, he was a great example to them. And he used to hang around with Nick Lowe and Dave Edmunds and some of those people during that, I guess, late 70s British invasion. I mean, there were a whole bunch of artists who were shopping their wares, and they were doing pub rock and new wave and all that kind of stuff. And Elvis fit right in with that stuff. Even Veronica, remember Veronica from the late 80s? Big top 40 song, nowhere to be found. Look, it's for me, it's all about variety. Even if this guy doesn't float your boat, you got to think, okay, never an Elvis Costello song on the radio. It's just bizarre. There are a few other tracks that are worth mentioning. He did this great song with Daryl Hall of Hall & Oates. It's called The Only Flame in Town. Everybody forgot about it. Yeah, Elvis Costello and Daryl Hall. Go look it up. Great saxophone part in the song. And the flip side of that single was an old Shirelles tune, Baby It's You, with Nick Lowe and Elvis Costello doing a duet. I had the 45 and or the 12-inch single, whatever it was. It's a really cool song, and I don't know, just nowhere to be heard. Look, I'm not looking for B-sides. I'm just looking for the A-sides. I'm looking for some radio programmers out there to kind of reboot their computers and load up some new tracks. It really is time. In the case of Elvis Costello, it's kind of criminal because he's super talented and has this big catalog. And I left out a bunch of tracks. I had this album called Imperial Bedroom in the early 80s. The critics were raving about it. Just a very well-produced, well-written album. And of course, didn't get a lot of airplay even then, but certainly worth the listen to even now. So there you have it, folks. I just wanted to throw it out there. I mean, what happened to Elvis Costello? He's just like gone. And, you know, it's just tragic. But this is what we've got today. We've got rock and roll fading away, and it's all hip hop, rap, and dark, brooding so-called rock music that just isn't all that entertaining. And I see no end in sight to this very boring, very frustrating music scene.